You were lied to. From the very first breath you took, the world around you whispered a story into your ears. A story about who you are, about how you should act, about what you should believe. This story was not yours. It was stitched together by culture, by family, by religion, by society, by the unspoken fears and expectations of the people who came before you. They told you that who you are is what others see in you, that you are the reflection in someone else's eyes, that you are the approval or the disapproval of the world around you. But I tell you now, this is the lie. You are not what you see in others. You are not the projections, not the judgments, not the shadows cast by someone else's insecurities. Think of a mirror. When you stand before it, you see a reversed image, a surface reflection. But no mirror has ever shown you the truth of who you are. And yet, your entire life, you have been living inside this hall of mirrors, mistaking reflection for reality. Your parents handed you a mask. Your teachers gave you a role. Religion gave you rules. Society gave you labels, and you believed them. You wore the mask. You played the role. You obeyed the rules. You carried the labels until you forgot that underneath all of this, there was something infinite, something untouched, something divine. The fear you carry deep inside, the gnawing emptiness, the anxiety that creeps in at night, it is not because you are weak. It is because on some level you know you have been living inside a lie. You know you are more. Esoteric teachings across the ages have tried to tell us this truth. The Gnostics said the material world is a false prison built to trap the divine spark. Hindu philosophy says the self you identify with is Maya, an illusion. Mystical Christianity hints that the kingdom of God is within you, not in external approval. Quantum physics now whispers the same message, that reality itself is not solid, not fixed, but an interplay of perception and energy. So why have you been lied to? Because if you knew the truth, you would become unstoppable. A society built on control cannot survive awakened beings. If you remembered that you are not what you see in others, but something eternal, powerful, limitless, the entire game of control would collapse overnight. This is why we have been told to fear our power. This is why we are taught to shrink into mirrors of others instead of radiating our true essence. So let me ask you, when you look at the people around you, when you measure yourself against them, when you compare, when you fear their judgment, who are you really seeing? Them, or the distorted reflection of the prison you were born into? The truth is, the people around you are mirrors, but they are broken mirrors. They reflect not your true self, but fragments distorted by their own wounds. You are not the echo of another person's pain. You are not the shadow of another person's insecurity. You are not the mask that was forced onto your face. You are something much older, much larger, much brighter. The mystics called it the divine spark. The shamans called it the true spirit. The quantum scientists might call it consciousness existing beyond the brain. Whatever name you give it, it is who you truly are. And so I say again, you were lied to. You are not what you see in others. You are the light behind the mirror. Imagine for a moment if you lived from this place. Imagine if you stopped living as a reflection and started living as a source. Imagine the courage, the clarity, the freedom that would arise. This is the path of awakening, not to become something new, but to remember what was always there. To peel away the masks, to shatter the mirrors, to stop believing the lie. You were not born to be a reflection. You were born to be a creator, not to echo, but to sing your own frequency into existence. And now the choice is yours. Continue to live as the mirror image the world gave you, or remember the truth that terrifies the systems of control. You are infinite. You are divine. And you are not what you see in others.